Hi, welcome to Living Karma Yoga, a program that brings you all that the yoga world has to offer, including asana, which is posture, and I talk a lot about what posture is. Today you'll see postures that are moving, so sometimes we'll be holding things and sometimes we'll be holding and moving. We're posture and pranayama, which is breathing practices, and there will be some of that here today. Meditation, we're doing meditation, mantra, mudras. This class has it all because this is Kundalini. And Kundalini's a class, you'll notice I have a turban, I've got white on, and we wear white in Kundalini because it expands the aura. And Kundalini works to, it's considered fast track to enlightenment. And not everybody wants to be enlightened or even knows what it is, but it really works the meridians, it works our energy system in ways that some of the Hatha classes don't. Follow us at home. You'll have a good time. Do what you can do. And don't do what you can't do, of course. That's kind of a no-brainer. Kundalini helps us clear so we can really live our yoga off the mat in ways that are sometimes startling and surprising. We find that we might have more energy, we might have more happiness. That's true of all yoga, but because Kundalini works to clear things more quickly than some of the Hatha practices, you might find that instantly you're surprised at how much better you feel after a class. My guest today is, that's the wrong page. My guest today is Stephen Michael George. He's better known by his friends and colleagues and students alike as Stevie G. It's got a snappier ring to it, which kind of corresponds to his personality. Stevie started practicing yoga in the mid-70s. And there were no yoga studios there, as he says, just a small group of people, mostly him, studying meditation and Kundalini yoga. That was in Detroit, right? The Kundalini
started
studio?
out in college at East Lansing.
Okay, cool. Since then, he studied Tai Chi and Tai Chi Yoga and completed 3 Yoga Alliance registered Hatha teacher trainings, which included studies in Ashtanga, Yin, Ayurveda, and yoga therapy. He's certified in Kundalini Yoga and meditation as taught by Yogi Bhajan through the Sundara Institute in Encinitas, California. He believes that all this means nothing unless you're willing to allow yoga to be the light that empowers us to look within and find our true identity. In Kundalini, it's called Sat Nam. So what he's really saying is that what we do on the mat really doesn't make any difference unless we take it off the mat and we live a more authentic life. Wouldn't you say that?
Very good, Nancy.
Yoga is about living our dreams. Every yoga class should take us to a place we've never been, a higher place, closer to our source and touching the fingertips of creation and our Creator. Stevie looks forward to sharing the art and science of yoga with you, and he's going to do that here on the mat. And Stevie, what is this Kriya called?
This is the Kriya that works on the meridians.
The Kriya that works on the meridians, the energy channels in the body. And you'll notice that he's reading from a script because in the yoga of Yogi Bhajan, Kundalini Yoga of Yogi Bhajan, we don't make things up in our classes. We follow the teachings pretty much literally that Yogi Bhajan brought to us in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. He passed from this world in 2003 or 2004. But we have a compilation of things that he taught us. So Stevie, take it away.
So thank you. And a Kriya is a set of exercises to reach a certain benefit. And the benefit that we're working on today is the meridians, which, as Nancy said, are the energy channels that connect the organs together. And the meridians are used in a lot of holistic therapy practices, such as acupuncture and Reiki. And Kundalini, actually, in itself is a practice of therapy, because we're actually going to work on clearing. And Nancy said that Kundalini affects the energy layers of our body in a magnificent, more accelerated way. So I want you to have an open mind about these exercises. They're a lot different than your regular Hatha classes. And a combination of 3 main things. One of them is mantra, which is a repetitious sacred sound. It's called a Shabad. It's kind of like the vibrational sound of the universe. We'll be getting into some of those. Mudras are hand positions. And there's various hand positions that we'll be using, and I'll explain it as we go along. And then there's the pranayama, which is the breathing techniques. So we're going to start right out with a pranayama exercise called the breath of fire. And the ladies are going to show you various modifications of the poses, because some of them can be quite difficult. So we're going to do, Karen's going to stay on her in Sukhasana with crossed legs. Nancy's going to, oops, Nancy's going to be seated in rock pose like I am, and if you want to put a bolster behind your knees, that'll help to support your meniscus. And Cindy, you're going to kneel down and come up like this.
But we're tuning in first.
Yes, we are going to tune in first. So I wanted to explain that.
Okay.
Now, in this position, we can, so Cindy, you can just sit back on your heels. At the beginning of every class, we tune in to the Adi mantra, which is Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. And that means I bow to the wisdom within me. You are the Guru. So Ong Namo Gurudev Namo, we're going to recite it 3 times. Just follow our lead. Raise your hands over your head and touch the fingertips together. Take a big inhale. Hold the breath. Squeeze your navel in so that you feel your system pressurizing. And then exhale. Surround your auric field and bring the hands to the earth. Let's do that one more time. Raise up. Squeeze the navel in. Engage the bandhas. And exhale. Hands to the floor one more time. And up again, draw the navel in, feel the perineum engaged, and then exhale the hands to heart center. We're going to take a big inhale to chant. Take an inhale. Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. Inhale and hold the breath. Draw the navel in. And exhale. When we tune in like that, we're tuning into the frequency of the universe, and we're all on the same wavelength. Okay, now breath of fire. Before we come into our position, let me show you the mudra. The mudra, you curl the fingertips in tightly to the top of the palms, and the thumbs are pointing outward. And then the breath itself, if you want to hold on to the arms just for a second, if you keep your mouth, the way that I like to describe breath of fire, you keep your mouth closed and you simply start to pump. The breath will naturally come in and out through the nose, but we're breathing more with the diaphragm than we are with the lungs or the nose, you might say. We're used to just letting the body breathe for us. Now we're controlling the breath in a powerful way, and this really activates the nervous system and the circulatory system. So I'm going to come standing on my knees, and Cindy, you're going to be on your knees. Nancy's in rock pose. Karen's in Sukhasana. Curl those fingertips in. We're going to go 1 minute and start. Begin to pump. Close the eyes, gently continue to pump. Look up to the third eye. Even though your eyes are closed, you can roll the eyeballs up to the third eye point. We're raising the chakras, the energy in the chakras. We're raising the energy through our entire system. Now, take a big inhale, hold the breath, bring the thumb tips together over your head, open the fingers wide, bring the tongue to the palate of the mouth, hold, squeeze. Feel the energy raising up. And then as you exhale, we're going to comb through our auric field. And everyone settle in. So the Kriya itself starts now. Actually, the breath of fire was a little bit of a warm-up. And it's a very powerful breath. Like I said earlier, it activates the nerves, and it gives you a sense of empowerment. Usually in a class we do breath of fire for at least 2 minutes, but we don't have a lot of time in this video session, so we're going to go right on to the next exercise. We're going to come lying on our backs. Ladies, I want you to, I'm going to stay where I am so I can describe. That's it? I only have 15 minutes left.
Yep.
All right. You're going to hold the hands up above your chest area. Elbows are into the side. Bring the elbows down into the side rib cage. You're going to lift both knees towards the hands and then touch, see if you can touch the feet. So bring the knees in and touch the feet, both knees together, and then extend everything back out again. Now now you go ahead and continue. I want Cindy to show us how to do it with one knee coming up and then alternating the opposite knee coming up. So this is an easier modification. A lot of people with lower back pain and so forth might have trouble bringing both knees up, so one knee at a time is a good modification. Let's continue for another 20 seconds. Again, in a regular Kundalini class, we would be doing these poses for about 2 minutes each. Ten more seconds. And now let's bring both knees into the chest. Squeeze the knees. Take a big inhale. Hold the breath. Squeeze everything in tight, tight, tight. And exhale. Let's come up to seated now. So roll back and forth on your spine. We're going to come back to seated. And we're going to come into what's called a life nerve stretch. We're not going to do the full sit-up. I want you guys to spread your legs straight out. This is an excellent exercise for your sciatic nerve and for your lower back. So if you can, grab your toes, your big toe with your peace fingers, or grab your ankles if you can't reach that far. The important thing is to keep the legs straight. Now we're going to pulse forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. Exhale as you come forward. It's nose to toes, so you don't want to round the shoulders. Not head to knee. It's nose to toes, so stretch that spine out nice and straight. We got 30 more seconds here. Powerful breath. This really activates the lower spine and sends that Kundalini energy up through the chakras and into the crown chakra, as well as activating the hip area and the spinal fluid. All right, take a big inhale and exhale, fold forward and hold the exhale. Hold the exhale, draw the navel in strong, hold the exhale, and relax. Now the next exercise is one of the more famous Kundalini exercises to activate the spine. It's a cat-cow, which we do all the time in Hatha Yoga, regular Hatha Yoga. But I want you to concentrate on the lower spine because it's the movement. If you can see me here, you see how I'm kind of activating the lumbar area of the spine. The head stays kind of still.
Wardrobe melt.
Are my pants falling down?
No.
Okay, you see I'm keeping my head fairly, let's go now, all of us together. I'm keeping my head fairly stationary. It's mostly a movement of the lower back in this particular version of the exercise. You want to inhale as the belly drops and exhale as you round the spine, in and out through the nose. This is a tremendous exercise to take home with you whenever you have low back pain. This is a great spine opener and a beautiful way to wake up in the morning. Very nice job, ladies. Okay, let's take a big inhale, look up slightly, hold the breath. And let's exhale and round the spine and look between the knees and hold that exhale. We're really pressurizing the system. You see how we're raising this latent energy that lies in our hip region. And inhale to neutral. And let's roll back around, back to seated for the next exercise. Now I think we'll just simplify what we're going to do here. This is a kind of a tough maneuver. Karen's going to show us the full version, which is reverse plank pose, and then alternately lifting one leg and then the other. Nancy's going to do it on her elbows. Isn't that the way you wanted to do it, on your elbows?
Reverse table.
Oh, she's going to do it in reverse table. So Karen's in reverse plank, Nancy's in reverse table. You're going to be seated just like that, Cindy, and you're going to begin to alternate. Let's go 40 seconds here, okay? Alternating your leg lifts. You see, there are modifications to all these poses, and it's important to find your comfort zone, because with my background in yoga therapy, thanks to Nancy and the other great teachers at Karma, we always make sure that we take care of your physical health and not have any injuries. But in the meantime, your eyes are closed and you're concentrating on the breath. Inhaling as you lift that leg up and exhaling as you come down. Go as fast or as slow as you feel comfortable. And let's bring both feet to the ground now. Take a big inhale, lift up off your buttocks as far as you can, and slowly release and come back down. Very nicely done. All right, we got 3 more little exercises to do, and then I was hoping we'd have enough time, Nancy, for a final meditation using one of the more famous mantras of Kundalini. So the next exercise, I'm going to turn sideways to the camera. This is called bear grip, where you grip the fingertips together. It doesn't matter which palm is facing forward, because we're going to take that bear grip and put it behind our back anyway. And the whole idea here is to really contract the scapula back and create a lot of pressure in the chest. Okay, you're going to inhale here and then exhale, fold forward, and inhale back up to vertical, and then exhaling forward. And Cindy's going to do it in rock pose. And Nancy, I see her grabbing her, oh, I did the same thing, you spilled the water. So, you know, the meridians run from the toes sometimes all the way up to the chest. There is no set pattern for the meridians. They flow in various directions, and each meridian activates a certain organ in the body. So we're working on all that. Okay. Okay, very nice. You see how they're keeping their spine nice and straight. You can close the eyes, inhale as you lift up, and exhale down. Usually we always inhale on an upward movement and exhale, mostly in and out through the nose unless otherwise specified. Okay, just a couple more seconds here. And let's rise up. Really extend your elbows together behind you. Feel the heart opening up. Now take a big inhale and hold and squeeze everything in. Draw the navel in. And exhale, bring your hands out in front. You may want to shake off a little bit here. Now I'm going to have Karen show us the next pose. It's kind of a tough one, so we got a couple modifications. Come into Cobra Pose, Karen. And from now, you can do this a couple different ways. I'm going to have her show us the full pose first. She's going to lift off her right arm and reach behind her, twisting, and then the other arm's going to come back. So she's going to, if you want to take a quick break, Nancy, you're going to do it in
Sphinx pose.
Sphinx pose with her elbows on the ground, and then Cindy's going to do it from table position. So any one of these will work. You see, it's all about the breath and the concentration and the visualization. Okay, let's start. We're going to go 45, maybe a minute, not more than a minute though. You know, sometimes if you do the exercises for too short of a time, you really don't get much of an effect out of it. But see, what we're doing here is we're twisting and moving these meridians, which are subtle energy. You can't really see them or dissect them in any way whatsoever. It's just a way of moving prana, which is life force energy. And the Chinese were the ones that kind of founded this meridian idea. And another word for prana is qi, as in Tai Chi. Qi and prana are the same meaning, life force energy. And I know this seems like maybe like a silly little exercise, but again, in combination with all the others that we're doing together, it's not just the one exercise that's beneficial, it's the combination of all of them together. Okay, 5 more seconds, even off your sides. Wherever you are, let's take a big deep breath. If you're in Sphinx, Cobra, or table, hold the breath and slowly release. And come back to seated for the final exercise, and hopefully we'll have time to do a short meditation with a mantra.
We will.
So again, we're going to come into bear grip behind the back. And this is a variation of cosmic washing machine, which is one of my favorite spine openers. We're going to begin to twist side to side and rotating, concentrate on twisting from the shoulders, not the hands. Cindy's going to put her hands on her shoulders. If you can't reach behind your back, look at Cindy here, and she's going to show you how to do it. Slightly easier, modified version. Now, this is another one of those poses that you can take home with you. This really activates the spine. It's really moving the energy throughout the entire body. You know, they say that you are only as old as your spine is young. So this is a great exercise. Flexing the spine, twisting the spine. And also we extended and flexed the spine when we were doing those forward bends with the hands behind the back. So 20 more seconds. Let the head follow along, but the motion is generating from the shoulders. Breathe at your own pace. In and out through the nose, 10 more seconds. Okay, come to neutral. Again, we're going to expand those elbows back, bring those shoulder blades together, and hold the breath. Draw the navel in strongly. Perfect. Let it go. Relax a little bit. Okay, so usually in a Kundalini class, we tune in.
5 minutes.
We flow, which is what we just did, and then we take a meditation. Now, the meditation today includes a mantra. A mantra is a repetitive sound that has a spiritual meaning, but it's also a vibrational sound. And the mantra today is Had Hare Hari Waheguru. Had Hare Hari is the flow of creation. Had means creation. Hare means the flow of creation, in other words, life itself. And then Hari means creation manifested into life, into a finished being, whatever it is, an oak tree, a human being, or whatever. All living creatures go through this cycle. And here's the mudra. The mudra is a hand position called Gyan mudra. The tip of the thumb and the tip of the index finger are touching, and the other 3 fingers are relaxed. So let me go through the sequence of the arm movements. Start at the center. Spread the arms out, that's Had. Bring them back and the palms are down. Hare, Hari, straight facing forward. Wa, He, Guru. Had, Hare, Hari. Wa, He, Guru. Had, Hare, Hari. Wa, He, Guru. Continue.
Had Hare Hari. Wa, He, Guru. Had Hare Hari. Wa, He, Guru.
Let's go one more minute.
Had Hare Hari.
Close the eyes and get into a little bit of a trance.
Had Hare Hari. Wa, He, Guru. 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 Had Hare Hari.
Waheguru. Had Hare Hari. Waheguru. Had Hare Hari. Waheguru. Had Hare Hari. Waheguru. 30 more seconds.
Had Hare Hari.
Waheguru. Had Hare Hari. Waheguru. Go inward.
Had Hare Hari.
Waheguru. Had Hare Hari. Waheguru. Had Hare Hari. Waheguru. Had Hare Hari. Waheguru. Had Hare Hari. Waheguru. Had Hare Hari. Waheguru. Widen your arms, take a big inhale, hold the world in your arms, spread your beautiful light, and exhale. That meditation usually is between 11 and 31 minutes. And if you really want to experience Kundalini, its true fashion, please come to one of the classes at Karma Yoga. We're going to close off our practice today with reciting the long time sun. You ready, ladies? And may the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you. And that beautiful pure light within you shine your way on. Guide your way on. Take a big inhale for a long Sat Nam. Sat Nam.
Thank you very much, Sat Nam. May your light shine. And if you're interested, we'd like to see you at the studio, www.karma-yoga.net, and Sat Nam. Thanks, Stevie. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Forgot to introduce Cindy Stolber, Karen Shelton. Wonderful.
All right.
Thanks.
May the